cooking dinner together.
Emma, what should we cook for dinner tonight?
I want to make chicken and rice.
Sounds good. Can I help you with the vegetables?
Sure, I think I should wash the carrots first.
Okay. I'll cut the chicken while you do that.
Do you think we need some onions too?
Yes. They will make the rice taste better.
All right, how many onions should I cut?
Just one. We don't need too many.
Okay, the chicken is ready for the pan.
Great. I'll heat the pan now.
Do you want me to add the oil?
Yes, please. Just a little is enough.
Everything smells really good already.
I know. Cooking together is more fun.
Thank you for your help. Dinner will be ready soon.
You're welcome. I can't wait to eat.
Bella, can I ask you about dinner tonight?
Sure, Finn. What is it?
I want to make an easy dinner, but I am not sure what to make.
What feels hard for you?
I am not sure if I should cook rice, vegetables, and chicken.
Start with the easiest part first.
So I do not need to do everything at once.
Right. Do one step first, then think about the next one.
That sounds much easier.
You are already thinking about it in a good way.
I will try that and just take it slowly.
Great. I hope you have a nice dinner with your family.
That really helps me decide.
I will make dinner tonight.
Nice, you made a good choice.
I am feeling more confident now.
That sounds perfect for dinner time.
I have 2 ideas for dinner tonight, Chris.
Tell me both ideas, Grace.
First, I could cook rice, vegetables, and chicken.
Okay, what is the other choice?
I could wait, but that might make dinner harder.
Then the first choice sounds better.
Why do you think that?
Because it is better to start now and not be late.
That makes sense. I like to be ready.
Then choose that option and keep it simple.
All right, I will start this afternoon.
Nice choice. It should help you eat with your family.
I am ready to start cooking.
I will leave some extra time.
Great. A simple plan helps a lot.
I will start early today.
That will make things easier.
Excuse me, Mia. I need some quick advice.
Of course. What are you trying to do?
I want to make an easy dinner at home tonight.
What have you done so far?
I decided to cook rice, vegetables, and chicken.
That sounds good. Do you have everything you need?
I think so, but I want to check first.
That is a smart idea. It is better to check now.
What should I check first?
Check the rice, the vegetables, and the chicken.
I will do that before I start cooking.
Great. Then you will be ready for dinner with your family.
I feel more ready now. I will start earlier next time.
That is a good idea.
I will get everything ready before I cook.
Noah, I have a small problem with dinner tonight.
Don't worry, Ivy. Tell me what happened.
I wanted to cook rice, vegetables, and chicken, but I do not have much time.
What changed?
I am very busy today.
Then make the most important part first.
What should I do first?
Just start cooking the rice and the chicken.
That will help me eat with my family tonight.
Yes, you can cook the vegetables later.
I feel better with this plan.
Good. It is easier to keep things simple.
I need a simple plan for tonight.
I will start right away.
That sounds like a good idea.
I will get started now.
Great. Have fun cooking.
Are you free to talk about dinner tonight, Olivia?
Yes, I am. What are you making?
I want to make an easy dinner at home.
That sounds nice. How will you start?
I will cook rice, vegetables, and chicken.
Do you want any help?
Yes, please. That would be helpful.
Then tell me your plan before you start.
Thank you. I want everything to go well.
We can check the ingredients together.
That makes me feel more confident.
I am glad. I hope you have a nice dinner with your family.
I can start with the rice first. I will not rush.
That is a good idea.
I will start cooking now.
It feels easier when I begin.
I can do it slowly.
I am trying to make a good choice, Peter.
What choice are you making, Kate?
I need to make an easy dinner at home.
What is most important to you?
I want to eat with my family tonight.
That is a very good reason.
I am thinking about cooking rice, vegetables, and chicken.
Does that help you make dinner?
Yes, it does. It sounds like a simple meal.
Then go ahead and make it.
I will. Thanks for helping me think it through.
You already knew what to do, Kate.
I feel more ready now. I will remember this for next time.
That is a good idea.
I will start cooking now.
Have a nice dinner with your family. Enjoy your meal.
Could you help me with dinner tonight, Ruby?
Sure. What do you need?
I want to make an easy dinner at home.
What do you want to cook?
I want to cook rice, vegetables, and chicken.
That sounds like a good plan.
Is there anything else I should think about?
Maybe give yourself a little extra time.
That is a good idea. I often rush.
A simple plan is easier.
I am ready to start now.
Great. Then you can eat with your family at dinner.
I know what I need to do now.
I will start right after this.
Perfect. Let me know how it goes.
I will tell you later.
Enjoy your dinner.
I learned something useful about dinner tonight.
What did you learn, Anna?
I learned that I should cook rice, vegetables, and chicken.
Why was that useful?
Because it makes dinner easier.
That is a useful lesson for next time.
Yes, I will not wait until the last minute again.
What will you do differently now?
I will start earlier and check the ingredients.
That should help you make dinner for your family.
I think it will. I feel more ready now.
That is a very good idea.
I know what I should do first. I will start with that idea.
Perfect. Good luck with dinner.
I will tell you how it goes.
Great. I am excited for you. Enjoy your meal.
Tina, can I tell you my idea?
Of course, Ben. I am listening.
I want to make an easy dinner at home.
What is your idea?
I want to cook rice, vegetables, and chicken.
That sounds good. What if the store is closed?
I have not thought about that.
You could choose another simple meal, just in case.
That makes sense. I can think of one now.
Then you can still make dinner easily.
Thanks. I feel ready for the next step.
I hope your dinner goes well with your family.
Now I feel ready to begin. I will start with the rice first.
That is a good start.
I will tell you how it goes later.
Great. I am excited for you.
I need to decide what to do first, Will.
What do you need to do?
Today I want to make an easy dinner at home.
What is the most important thing?
I should start with rice, vegetables, and chicken.
Then do that first.
What should I do after that?
Take a moment and see what else you need.
That helps me not feel too stressed.
Yes, one thing at a time is much easier.
I like that advice. I will start now.
Good. A warm dinner with your family sounds great.
I understand what to check now. I will look at the ingredients.
Perfect. Then you can relax.
I will check the ingredients again.
That makes dinner feel easy.
How did your dinner plan go, David?
It went really well. I made dinner.
What did you make?
I made rice, vegetables, and chicken.
Was it hard?
At first, yes, but it got easier little by little.
What helped you stay on track?
I remembered that I wanted to eat with my family.
That is a very good reason.
I am happy that I did not give up.
You should be. You did a great job.
Thank you. I learned a lot from this.
This plan feels easier now.
I will focus on the important parts.
That sounds like a smart choice.
I will follow this plan today.
I am ready for dinner now.